All right. Hello, hello, hello. My name's Russell. I help Gen Xers and others start and scale their affiliate online marketing businesses. Um, it is just a couple of minutes before 5. We're going to be joined here in just a moment by our special guest. But we're going to be talking about affiliate marketing today. We're going to tell you just kind of our guest's backstory and then let her explain some of the tips and tricks that she has learned over her time being here. It is sure to be an informative session. And so we are just waiting for her. We're going to be taking a look for her to come on in just a second. Um, as soon as she goes live, we'll get her on. So, again, my name is Russell. I help Gen Xers and others start and scale their affiliate online businesses. Um, let's see here. I want to say hi to everybody as you're coming into the chat. As you're coming into the live, if you will actually just let us know where you're at. I'm from Texas. We're going to, my friend today is actually from Canada. She's one of my Canadian cohorts. And so one of the neat things about the program that we promote and are a part of is that we actually are global. I will say hi to Stephanie for your birthday. All right, Grant, I'll be sure and do that. Mima's from Ohio, and let's see here. Let me see if I can find her in the feed. She's textbook marketer. If you are looking for her handle, I don't see her there yet. She should be there any second. So with affiliate marketing, essentially what we do is here we go. There she is. Hang on just a second. I've got to invite her as a co-host. Let's see here if we can do that. All right. So, she's going live now. Okay, ignore that invite and I'll look for you as a host. That way we can do it the right way, Stephanie. Hang on with me for just a second as we're waiting for her to get on. She should come up in my friends here in just a moment. Let's see here. She's going live now. Let's look for co-hosts again. All right. We are still hanging out, waiting on Miss Steph to get with us here. Just a second. Hey, Jess. I appreciate the likes, y'all. We are the more likes that y'all send, the more the times that you smash my face, the more that this will go out to other folks. Let's see. All right, Jess, you got your notebook ready. Yeah, I'm sure she's going to drop some gold nuggets. She is known for truth and for lots of knowledge in the space. Let's see here. There she is. Okay. Steph. All right.
Hi,
Hey,
how are you?
I'm good. If we've done this right, you should have comments on your side. And
Yes.
um, so I'm just kind of saying hi to folks. We're at 5:01. So let me just give a quick rundown of what I do. My name's Russell. I help Gen Xers and others start and scale their affiliate marketing businesses. I do these weekly interviews for a couple of reasons. First, I want people to have a plethora, a bunch of different voices that they hear the experience from. Not everybody's going to resonate with me. Not everybody's going to resonate with Steph.
100%.
Um, and so we want to just bring a bunch of different voices to the table. And since our experiences, our backgrounds, and even our geographies are different, it's just good to hear those voices. I get to learn a lot on these interviews, and we get to help the community in a way that I think is just beneficial for the space. So that's why I do the interviews.
I love it.
Today I have with me one of my very special Canadian friends. Her name is Stefany Sacchetti, and she is coming to us. Are you starting to feel better, Steph?
I just took my first dose of antibiotics, so yes, I'm feeling better, which is great
That's
because I've been
awesome.
sick for quite some time, and it's about time I start feeling better.
Yeah, I mean, it's been weeks, hadn't it?
Yeah, 3 weeks. I literally today, 3 weeks. So it's
Well,
crazy.
I'm glad you
Yeah.
got in to see a doctor and that you're on the mend. That is good
Thank you
news.
so much. I'm
Uh,
very happy about that.
So what I'll do is I'll ask both of our audiences, if you're tuning in on my live or on Steph's, if you will go ahead and put your questions in the chat. We're going to do the questions towards the end. I have some questions to ask Stefany first.
Of course.
So if you want to hang on to those, that would be great. Be sure and smash the likes on both sides. If you're on Steph's side, smash that like button, hit her face. It's the only time you can hit her face, so please do that. And hit my face. You can hit it as much as you want. The more that you hit that like button, the more that this gets pushed out to other people, and we
Yeah,
want the information to get to as many people as possible.
100%.
So we've got some comments going on here. You've got some big fans over on my side. Meemaw says that you're a super Wonder Woman. I
Oh,
totally
Mimo,
agree.
thank you.
Uh, but that's enough about me. Let's, Steph, start with just can you kind of give us their backstory and how you got started in affiliate marketing?
Of course, I'll just share with you like a summative of my why. So, as I was growing up, I watched my dad work his tail off. Like, he would miss family events. He wasn't home for dinner. The amount of times that I've gone days without seeing him because he was always working, like, had a huge impact on my childhood. And so the more I thought about it and the more that like I reflected upon it, I was like, there's no way that I'm gonna have the same experience that my like I don't wanna have my children to have the same experience that I did. Because I know my father did it for my brother and I in order to have a great education, food on the table, a roof over our head. He did it for us. It's honestly incredible. Like, I look up to him. He is an entrepreneur. He started from nothing. He was a high school dropout. So that was one of my whys. And another one is honestly, my field of study, my career. As we know, I'm a special needs educator. I do it because I seriously love it. I love making a difference in my students' life. I love seeing like, I love knowing that they're learning something. I just like, it makes me happy. And once I started my career, I realized, wow, like, we are severely underpaid. And it sucks. Like, it really does suck because we put our heart and soul into this job. And it's not like a job that you leave it there, it comes home with us. I do work on the weekend all the time. So it's like I'm not even getting paid for all this extra work that I'm doing. So it's very frustrating, and the more that I realize, like, wow, a lot of the people I work with can't live off of this paycheck. They're either living with somebody, they're living with multiple people, and I'm like, I know I'm going to struggle. And if I don't do something about it, then I'm going to have a very difficult like time saving, buying a house, groceries, and when I have kids, I'm not even going to be able to provide for them like my father did for me. So that was like a really pivotal moment for me where I was like, "Hey, I need to change it and it needs to start now." So off to the internet I went. I scrolled through TikTok like most of like what most people did, especially during COVID. Like, what did I turn to? I turned to social media. I saw a woman who had two children and full-time accountant, and she was having a successful business on the side. And I was very intrigued by that. I'm like, okay, she has a family, she has a full-time job, and she has a full-time business. Like, how is that even possible? Like, I'm already spreading myself thin with this job. Like, how can I figure it out? Anyways, I reached out to her. She gave me, a little bit of the basics, and she pretty much just said, like, it's called affiliate marketing. I'm like, oh, I've never heard about that. Like, tell me more. Promoting somebody's company's product or service, and you get a commission. I was like, wow. And then once I heard that you didn't have to make anything, there was no inventory, I was like, I am sold. So I took the $7 course, and that was pretty much the foundation of how I started and why I started. So that's it.
So, did you learn anything from the $7 course?
Well, I learned what affiliate marketing is and the what's it called? I guess the journey of the buyer that they go through, how we collect the emails, how they go through the funnel, but I learned the basics, like, and I bought the blueprints. So I was expecting a little bit more out of this. I was expecting to know what to do once I finished the blueprints or how to go forth with all this information that was presented to me. It but I was even more stuck than when I started. I genuinely was like looking at a blank slate. I didn't know what to do. So no, I didn't feel like it gave me the necessary tools in order to grow my business or scale my business as I wanted. So it kind of sucked, but that was the stepping stone that brought me to where I am now. So yeah.
Okay, so what did you do different?
So what I did was I went back to the internet and TikTok. I was like, okay, I see people are being successful. Like, how are they scaling with this business? What do they do? What do they invest in? Where do they learn? And I actually started following a guy named Ricky. I don't know if you know him, but he was a part of PIB. He no longer is because he moved on to a different venture. However, like he was successful. And he's like, I was in the same position as you, Steph. Like, I bought the blueprints, I didn't know what to do from there, and I decided to get myself a mentor, which was Eric. And I'm like, okay, well, tell me more about it. So it had been a few weeks that we were talking. I think actually maybe 6 weeks or so, because I wasn't really keen on having somebody help me. I am very stubborn and think that I can do it by myself.
Yeah.
Even though I always tell my students, you need to ask for help. I don't know how to ask for help myself. I feel like I can honestly do it myself. So it took a lot of time. It took a lot of, I guess, pulling strings from him. So I got on a call with Eric and I listened to what he had to say. And then I told him exactly what was going on, how I took the $7 course, I invested. It's been months, haven't seen any progress. I have no idea what I'm doing right or wrong. And he just listened to me. And that's kind of what I needed, like a therapy session. He listened to me and he gave me advice. And he's like, this is what I'm going to do for you. And just laid it out on the table. And I was like, that's exactly what I need. So then I decided to invest in him. And as you know, we've grown to multiple mentors and such a great community. So no looking back. I'm very happy where I am. And I'm very pleased with my decision. I really am. I felt like asking for help was the best decision I ever made for myself.
So I think people sometimes get confused between help, doing it for you, mentor, coach. So why is a mentor important? What is a mentor to you?
A mentor to me is somebody that I can lean on when I'm struggling and I don't know what to do. So, for example, if I'm struggling with getting leads or creating content, I can approach them and they'll give me strategies because not everything is going to work the same for everybody. Like my strategies may not work for you and vice versa. So, giving me those strategies, that support, and that guidance, of course, like regardless of whether you have a mentor or not, you're going to hit roadblocks. You're going to hit points in your business where you don't really know what the next step is, but they're there to create the path for you and you kind of just pave it yourself. So I feel like that's a huge asset for anything. Like, why am I going to struggle doing this by myself when somebody who's already done this and been successful knows pretty much what to do or how to navigate through whatever it is that I'm struggling with? I'm going to turn to them. And so, I mean, it's pretty much just there for like support and guidance. And they know this space, they know this marketing, like, how can I say it? They know this space essentially the best. So they're the ones that are always like updating me on informations that I'm not always aware about because remember, I started from scratch. Like I know nothing about marketing. That was not at all what I took in high school or what I learned in university. Like I knew nothing. So to be able to have that access to these people who actually care about me and will message me and say, I'm so proud of you. Great job on this, or how's it going? My God, it's everything. It really is. I don't think I would be here today if it wasn't for passive income blueprints. I honestly believe that.
Awesome.
Yeah,
So do you promote things other than passive income blueprints?
I do. I promote Aweber. I promote System.io. I'm actually currently in the midst of learning how to become an Amazon influencer. So I am taking that training, doing that on the side. I really would like to become an affiliate. Well, once I get qualified, I will become an affiliate for them. And I'm also looking into different brands for sporting goods, but that's probably more into the future because I feel like if I take on too much now, I will get a bit overwhelmed. So one step at a time. But yes, I am an affiliate for quite a few other companies, which is great.
So tell me the reasoning why you do multiple affiliate programs like that.
Why I chose to become an affiliate? Well, because I can. If there's a way for me to make other streams of income, I will. I already have the assets and the knowledge of to um, how to market in this industry. So why not be an affiliate for multiple companies? And it's not super difficult because those links are in my email, they're in my ebook, they're on my Facebook. So it's not like I'm strictly focusing on one, like for example my TikTok obviously is the course, but my emails are different things, so it's not like I have to spread myself too thin and talk about this and talk about that. I can kind of incorporate it all together because those like Aweber and System.io goes with affiliate marketing, so it's not that difficult,
Yeah.
if it makes
And
sense.
it totally makes sense. I think that's one of the golden nuggets that we try to instill in people is that you
100%.
don't want to have all your eggs in one basket.
Mm-hmm.
We want to promote the things that we're passionate about. We want to
Yeah.
promote the things that we use and we can recommend. To
Yeah.
that end, I'll just ask the question because it's being asked over here. It's somebody that pops by frequently and asks the same question. So why do you promote the course? I mean, if you don't have to, why do you promote it?
Honestly, because of how much value is given. There is no course out there like this. And I talk to a lot of affiliates like daily. I meet people from all over the world. We discuss what programs we're promoting, what is offered with the programming and whatnot. And honest to God, there's nothing comparable to what we are promoting. And I believe in it because I've seen success with it. So I truly believe that it works. And also just the fact that like we're constantly learning on a daily basis. I find that that's huge to be able to update the program, always give us new information, and the weekly masterminds, like I've never heard of that before. Or having access in live time, like right now, to talk to somebody, like it's uncomparable. So I truly believe in it, and so that's why I'm promoting it. That's my answer.
Yeah, no, I think that's great, and I think the same holds true for many of us, and especially in the goat family that promote it. Is we've not seen the success anywhere else, and we want to share with others to help them be successful.
Of course.
Um, so one of my favorite segments that you do is Tuesday Truths with Steph, and you know I've got you down as the truth teller, lie slayer of the affiliate marketing platform. Can you talk to me about I guess why you started that series and why it's important?
Yeah, so I started this series because the more that I scroll TikTok, the more that I'm seeing a lot of false information being advertised, I guess you could say. And so if like, I was fed up. I was just straight up fed up. I'm like, somebody needs to set it straight. There are videos here and there about, okay, this is the truth about affiliate marketing, but I felt like it didn't hit hard enough. So I'm like, how could I make an impact on my audience and explain to them like the truth about affiliate marketing? So I decided to do Tuesday Truths with Steph. I don't really know how I came up with the name. I think I was just driving home one day. I'm like, oh, that sounds nice. Tuesday Truths with Steph. I think I'm just gonna like flow with that. So that's the reason why I started. I felt like a lot of people just weren't being given the right information. And honestly, for those of you who don't know me, like in person or whatnot, like behind the camera and everything, I am a straight shooter. I say it how it is. And I mean, I thought that is an also great way for me to start branding myself and showing people that like I don't sugarcoat it and this is what it is. And everybody needs to be aware of if they decide to take this route, or if they decide to learn affiliate marketing, that like this is how it's going to be and this is the truth. Because if you can't handle the truth, then maybe it's not something for you. So that's why I started Tuesday Choose with Steph, and I think I'm going to keep going for quite some time.
I hope you do because
Thanks.
it's inspiration and it's teaching for me. So don't stop. If I have
Definitely won't
anything
stop.
to say about it, please.
Amazing.
Um, I just want to let you know that you've got some fans over here. It's Mr. Bailey says, "I love you guys, Steph. Your passion always shows through."
So sweet. Thank
And
you.
lots of love. Y'all be sure and that you're smashing up the likes on both sides. You can share this with others as well,
Please.
so that more people can see. Um,
100%.
so, Steph, is it always an easy road to be an affiliate marketer?
No, not at all. Especially during this month where people are stressed with the holidays, uh, you know, very scared to spend money, hitting so many different kinds of roadblocks. I've cried a lot. Like I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. Like I am also very sensitive, so like crying for me is like nothing. But there's been points where I'm so overwhelmed that I didn't even know how to handle my full-time job and this, because something that I found super weird, but lately when I'm trying to relax, the only thing I could think about is my business. Because now I've trained myself to have this mindset where I'm like, okay, Steph, you have free time. Why don't you work on your business? So I go work on my business. Then I start saying to myself, but Steph, you're not feeling well. Why don't you give yourself some rest? And I'm like battling myself. So well, first of all, that's been difficult. And I overthink a lot. I overthink a lot. Should I post this? What am I missing? What's my next step? And honestly, that's killer. That will kill you. Like when you overthink and you also start comparing yourself to others, like that's something that you should avoid at all costs. So yes, this job is it's not easy. Um, when people say it's easy, well, they're lying to you because they clearly don't know what they're doing. It's a full time job. You can't just decide to do it Monday, Wednesday, Friday. It's a Monday to Sunday type of thing. If you're not putting in work, you're not going to see any results. So, yes, it becomes very overwhelming. And it's up to you to figure out how to navigate that and kind of put it in your schedule, but also remind yourself that you need time for yourself when things hit the roof. So that's been a struggle, but I feel like regardless of how long you've been in this business, it's always going to kind of be like this. It'll never be a smooth sailing line.
So when you get in those moments where negative Nancy is all up in your grill and you're sick and you don't feel well and you're having all those internal struggles,
Yeah.
we say that mindset is everything. How do you, as an affiliate marketer, Steph, you personally, how do you adjust your mindset? What is your daily routine to fix that, or what is your stopgap to change your mindset in those times?
When I know that I'm getting like super anxious and like things are not going well and I don't know what to do, I honestly disconnect. I get off of social media and I go to the gym. That helps me kind of regain, I mean, like a level headed. Um, I go for walks. I spend time with my dog. I watch TV. I spend time with my parents. Like anything that is truly disconnected from social media. I can't see my phone. Sometimes I give it to my boyfriend. I'm like, please, just, I can't right now. I
Yeah.
need to be fully disconnected. So, nature, taking walks, just doing things I love. I love to read. So, I read every night. So, that's kind of my way of disconnecting because when you start this, like I'm sure you feel the same way, you literally become obsessed with it almost. And you're like, why am I spending all this time doing other things when I should be working on my business? But you got to remind yourself that that's not healthy. And like you said, you asked me, I have a routine. So in the morning when I wake up, I do market research. So while I'm like making my coffee and my breakfast, I put up my laptop, I go on TikTok and I look over other videos, I write down content ideas. Of course, I'm busy throughout the day. I only answer DMs around lunchtime. I try to post consistently, like morning, lunchtime, evening. And then when I get home, I have a set plan. Like on Monday, I set a goal. I set goals or a goal for myself, and I kind of complete that throughout the week, but only after school. Because if I'm trying to do this while I'm at school, it's too many things to juggle at once. So that's kind of like my system: market research, answering DMs at lunch, working on something on my business, whether it's attending a mastermind, watching a training, creating a Facebook post, or whatever it is, my goal for the week. That's kind of my system. And it's been really helpful because as you implement it and as you're working on this schedule, it literally just becomes a part of your daily routine. And then it kind of just becomes a habit in a sense. So it gets a lot easier. It's not easy, but it gets a lot easy. It's not easy, but it gets easier. That's what I meant to say.
Gotcha. Um, so how long have you been doing this now? This affiliate marketing gig?
I started March 2020, so like 9 months about. It's been 9 months.
March 2022?
Yeah, sorry, did I say 2020? March
You did.
2022.
Okay. That's cool.
Yes.
I just make it. Sometimes I'm old and my math doesn't
No,
always
you're
work right.
totally right. Of this year, 2022.
Okay, so 9 months.
9 months.
How has your life changed over 9 months?
A lot. I just, from a personal standpoint, I'm, I feel like I'm more confident in myself because I've never been able to stick through something for so long, even though it wasn't easy. But now to see like my success showing, and it's like the most, like, I can't even explain. Sometimes I want to cry thinking about it. I'm just so proud of where I am, because as most of you know, this isn't easy. This takes a lot of hard work, and we all go through our ups and downs, but definitely more self-confidence, confident. And I also just feel like I am going to create the future that I actually want. So, as opposed to if I were to just wait around and, blame the world for everything that's happening to me, I took initiative into my own hands and I decided to do something for myself. Because of this, I actually bought my first condo, which is like huge. That probably would have never happened if it wasn't for me investing into this program as well. So I feel like a lot of great things have come out of this. And I honestly cannot wait for what the future holds because I feel like this may become my full time job or career at one point. I actually hope it will be.
Yeah, I think you'd be spectacular at it full time. So that's
Thank
awesome.
you so much.
So I want to say just a quick thank you to Heloise and to Terry. I
Oh,
don't plan on stopping the stuff I do either. So thank you so much for the support. Y'all continue to hit the likes and share the live. It'll go out to more folks that way. And we appreciate that. Um,
hi, Derek.
yeah, I'm trying to see who all we've got over here.
Jackie, Sandra,
Uh,
Liz, Wilson,
yeah, we have Terry and Tammy and
Yvette.
Mr. Bailey and oh hey Autumn and Tina
Number
and
one.
looks like Rick Digital Wealth is also with us. Shout out to all of y'all. Um,
Thank you, Derek.
so you got some folks you want to shout out over there?
Derek, my man, I have been talking to him since, oh my God, I don't even know when. He is my backbone. Him and Jenny, every time I'm feeling something, every time I'm going through something, every time I need help, I always message him and he's there to pick me up. And honestly, the GOAT fam, everybody in the GOAT fam, like to see the amount of support that we have and like we all go through the ups and the downs and how just much love there is I'm very thankful for that because it's difficult to go through this alone and it's nice to know that you have like-minded people around you who support you and just care about you. So, of course, shout out to the PIB fam because they're awesome.
Yeah. So I want to tell y'all how brilliant Steph is because I don't know if you caught it or not. in about three-quarters of what she mentioned of changing her mindset. Um, you just got a $25,000 nugget from her. And the reason why I say that is if you ever listen to Tony Robbins, you ever do any of his conferences or any of those things, the first thing he's going to tell you to change your mindset is to change your physical position. So she
Mm-hmm.
talked about going to the gym, taking a walk, getting out in
Yeah,
nature, moving. Those things, your physiology can change your mentality. So
100%.
y'all, that was gold nuggets right there. Um, so Steph, what do you know now that you wish you would have known 9 months ago?
How to, wow, actually, that's a pretty difficult question. Um, what did I not know 9 months ago that I wish I knew now? No, other way around. Ooh, oh, hold on. I feel like you might have to come back to me on that one because I'm not sure how to answer that right now. I need to think about that.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah, I'll
I'm a
think about it.
while you're thinking about it, I'll give you another one that might be a little easy.
Yeah.
I'm a brand new affiliate marketer. I just started my training today. What are your top couple of tips that you would offer a brand new person getting started today?
Oh, well. Okay. I would pretty much, like I do on my Facebook group, I would give them a checklist of things that they should have done and should work on. So, making sure that you choose your niche, something that you're passionate about, setting up your domain, your professional email, having your funnel, your email list, all that. Aside from that, start posting on TikTok. Doesn't matter if you're not an affiliate, doesn't matter if you've chosen your niche. I see a lot of people waiting until they have the back end everything set up and then they start posting, but you can honestly just start posting as yourself. Show people who you are. Tell them why you're starting to do this. I'll ask them to follow you on your journey and just showcase everybody who you are. Because, like Barb honestly taught me that you don't want to brand yourself around a company and the product. You want to brand yourself for you. So I see a lot of affiliates struggling with that, like really, really waiting, not posting consistently because X, Y, and Z is not working like or set up. Just start posting. Talk about yourself, who you are, where you came from, why you want to start, what are your goals. That way you can build an audience that truly know, likes, and trusts you and wants to see you on this journey and also wants to learn from you. So that's something that I would tell people, and you know what, I've spoken about this last week actually with somebody I hopped on a call with. She's like, I have this set up, but I don't want to make videos yet. And I'm like, you know what? Just start. I gave her a list of what she could talk about, and luckily she started the next day. And it's been a week today. She's so happy, and she's already got 300 followers, which is something despite not having any niche or any of that. She has a following because she's showcasing who she is and what she's going to be doing and what she's going to be like sharing with her audience. So yeah, I think that would be something I would tell um, somebody who's starting from scratch and just doesn't know much.
Okay. I was very impressed with your answer about success that you didn't once mention, and I've got to ask it because I've got people watching that want to know. It's really great. I mean, I think all those personal things are probably the best part, the confidence building and all of those great things. But people want to know, can you make money at this?
Yes, you can. You can
Have
make
you made any
lots of
money?
it. To this date, I've made more money in 1 month doing affiliate marketing than I make, let's say, let me calculate fast, in 3 months at my job, maybe even 4 months. That's
Yeah.
huge. Like, that is a weight off my shoulder because that's one of my reasons why I did start. Being a teacher, we don't make a lot of money. We're not compensated. And I'm never going to wait around in the government to up our salary because we both know that's never going to
No.
happen. So I decided, okay, this is the way that I'm going to supplement my income and have multiple streams of income. And and it's very much possible. However, I always like to discuss the low ticket versus high ticket. I find that it depends on what you do choose to promote. So let's say you're choosing to promote a low ticket offer, such as like an Amazon product where you get 10% commissions of, I don't know, 100. Imagine that. You're not going to be making much money off of that one product versus high ticket where it's usually over $1,000, the commission that you received. Um, so yeah, like if you make one commission, that's almost, well, is over oh my God, is over $1,000. That
Yeah.
is a lot of money, especially if you're just working a nine, I guess not to say 9 to 5. If you're just working, at a grocery store, if you're working at a retail store or whatnot, if you're working on minimum wage, like that is way more than most of what most people get paid. So just that in itself is a huge jump from getting paid minimum wage. I'm not sure what it is where you're from. Ours is pretty crap. Versus getting
Same.
selling one high ticket product for $1,000. Like,
Yeah.
and that's just one. Imagine people who are selling multiple each month. Like it's very sustainable. And I think it's a great way for all beginners to like discover how to make real money online, despite what people say, and even if they don't think it's real, like it's a real thing. So
Sure.
yes.
That's
The
awesome.
answer is yes.
Um, this is a sidebar curiosity question just because of the difference in geography. And I know I've got a couple of teachers watching, and all the teachers that I know that I'm friends with here stateside, they're having to pour funds into supplies for their classroom and whatnot because they don't have enough coming from the school budget to do that. Is that pretty much the same in Canada? I mean, it's not only you get low pay, but then you're also pouring some of it back into the
Oh
job.
yeah. Almost everything in my classroom besides like the desks and the chairs and whatever was given by the school itself or the school board is from my pocket. And the first year I started teaching, I remember that summer vividly because I spent over $4,000 to supply my classroom with everything that it needed. And I was shocked to my core that I didn't get back a lot of that money because we do have at my school called the petty cash. So let's
Mm-hmm.
say, for example, you buy certain things for your classroom or for your student, you get petty cash back. However, a lot of the things were not petty cash. So ever since then, I've been really conscious when how I spend my money in my classroom. I try to utilize things or find things on sale because you can easily spend like, oh gosh, I can't even say like $1,000 in your classroom, and it like you don't even know where it went. So
Right.
yes, I've spent a lot of money and I haven't gotten a lot of it back, and that's the sad truth. So
Well, and that just for me that just exacerbates the situation for teachers because we're not paying them well, we're not doing what we need to do to make sure they're supplied well. And so, if you're a struggling teacher out there, talk to the textbook marketer. She can show you a new way, a
yeah,
better way
I
to
can.
supplement your income. All right, so we asked the question, what advice would you give? So I'm going to ask the question in a different way. What would be the top 3 or 4 things that you would tell a brand new affiliate marketer not to do?
Oh, 100%. I love this question. What not to do? Don't copy other people. That is going to kill you. There's no personal branding, no real understanding of what you're doing. You're not growing. You're just essentially just taking somebody else's video, copying them. I can't say this enough. It's not going to help you grow as a person, as an affiliate marketer, or in your business. And I can say it's true because I did it. If you go look on my first account, you'll be like, whoa, Steph, like, what were you doing? What is this mess? But that's how I was taught, and that's what I did. So I learned from my mistake. Don't copy others. Two, what not to do. Um, oh my God, you're really hitting me with these questions. Sometimes it takes me a while to think of the answer.
It's okay.
um, And it's funny, I'm trying to think of my Tuesday Truths with Steph. What do I say in them? Don't think about the money.
Mm.
Don't come in this for the money, because if you're chasing the money, the money will not come. So what I mean by that is, like, I made a video the other day about success and like how people usually determine it by how much money you make or blah 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 blah. But at the end of the day, if you're just focusing on that and not actually helping people, then forget about the cha-ching, because it's just not going to be like, it's not going to come. You as an affiliate need to give away as much free value as you can, and you need to genuinely help people. So don't chase the money, chase the transformation, chase how to help people, give people value. That's something that I didn't know or didn't really understand prior to starting. I just thought it was okay, promote a product, get a commission, promote a product, get a commission. I didn't know the in betweens of all of that. And what not to do, number three, um, don't be salesy. Like, don't start a conversation with somebody with the idea of just selling them. Like, actually build a relationship with somebody. Actually listen to what they're struggling with. Actually, like, take the time out of your day to figure out a valid solution to whatever their problem is. Because a lot of people nowadays are just kind of throwing their links out there without any understanding of what they're doing. So just try not to be salesy. Just be yourself. So yeah, those are my top three, I would say.
There's a fourth one I've heard you harp on a lot, and don't do follow trains.
Oh, don't even get me started about that. The amount of people I'm like, oh, follow for follow. I'm like, no, that is not good for your business. You're just gonna attract leads that don't care about your offer, and then eventually you're gonna have so many followers but so little views because they just don't care, and that's not going to attract quality leads. Like I say, quality over quantity. You can have 10,000 followers and one good lead, or you can have 5,000 followers and like 50 good leads. Which one would you rather? Quality over quantity. So yeah, that's a really big thing that I see happen way too often, and it's sad, but it's okay because we will educate them.
That's right, one person at a time.
Exactly.
So you mentioned your Facebook group. I know that the Clock app does not like us talking about other platforms, but why is a community group like that important?
Because you nurture your leads. There's a lot, and this is something that I learned from PIB, is when somebody is interested but not ready to put the investment, you educate them. You take the time to really show them what this affiliate marketing is all about. You give them points, you give them checklists, you make them watch videos, you help them in the DMs. You really take the time to take that lead, put it in a nurturing community where everybody um, wants to just see you thrive. And let me tell you, people will have some type of switch in their head. Well, it's turned off, and they're like, "Wow, maybe like I am ready," or this is something that I truly believe in, and I want to learn more. And you know what's crazy? I've had a few people in my Facebook group have been there for maybe 2 months, and they finally decided, like, I'm ready, I want to start, and how could I do it? So it's a great place to put people who are not necessarily ready but still want to learn. And it's also good for people who do want to invest, and you can keep nurturing them by making sure that they're hitting their goals, making sure they're doing the right things and the right steps. So yes, it's been great.
Awesome. You have a question on your side?
Oh no, I just have some spam going on over here. It's not even worth reading.
Okay.
Very weird. I can't even say this out loud. Oh my goodness. Actually, maybe you do know this person. Do you know Humble Hooligan 6?
I don't recognize the name right off.
Hold on, just give me 1 second. I think I'm going to block them because no bueno. There we go. Blocked. Bye. Goodbye. All right. back to it.
Back to it.
Oh my goodness.
So, the other thing, I mean, I keep harping on the fact that you're one of two of my Canadian friends that are doing this. Do you want to say something about being on the international side of the platform? Or talk to us about where are your um, leads coming from? Do you get them stateside? Do you get them Canadian side? Like, how's that working out? Talk to us about that since you're an international affiliate marketer.
Well, to be fair, I actually looked at my analytics right before this video and I saw that like 75% of my audience is from the US. There
Hmm.
was like 5% from the UK, then I had 10% from, oh my God, from Africa, and then the rest of it was kind of all over the place. I didn't even have one percentage that said Canadian. I was like, wow, that's
Aw,
pretty interesting. Yeah, it was kind of weird. Um, it's true though. Like I've noticed that a lot of people or like that I've met or that are doing this, they're American because there's not as many companies that have affiliate programs in Canada just yet. Yes, there are.
right.
However, there's more companies in the US that do have affiliate programs. So that's probably why. But yeah, I was pretty like saddened to see that. I was like, wow, like I don't even have my troops behind me. Like what is going on here? But other than that, like I'm proud of myself that I guess I'm a pioneer in the sense that I can show everybody that a Canadian girl can do this. But hopefully
Well,
the word will get out there and my audience will change.
just like the Mounties, you don't want to mess with Canadian girls.
No, absolutely not. We've been through it
um,
all.
so yeah, I mean, I know that you and Beth are from Canada. We may have a couple of others in the group that are from
Yeah,
Canada.
there's a few.
We've got a couple that are. We've got at least one, if not two, that are from Australia.
Yeah.
I bring that up because if there's somebody watching or somebody that watches any part of this later, I want folks to know that affiliate marketing is an international
Yeah.
opportunity. Whether you're promoting our program or other products, Amazon has associates, the
Hmm.
lower end affiliate program in I don't know over a dozen countries. They have the influencer program in multiple countries.
Yeah.
Brands like Nike, Sephora, these other if you're doing low ticket stuff,
Yeah.
they've got affiliates all over the place. And
Yes.
even higher ticket stuff like jet charters and Rolex watches and those kinds of things, those are international as well. You don't have to be in the US
Hmm.
necessarily to be successful.
It's true.
Um,
Actually, I want to say something about that. Allison, do you know Allison from the 12-day masterclass? So pretty much, I guess she would be my student. Well, like we've been talking a lot, and she got started with it. So of course she's in Australia, so she's literally a day ahead. So it's difficult to find times to talk with her. However, she's just a great example of international, literally. She still takes the program regardless of the timing and everything, and she shows up for all of the live sessions and she makes it work regardless of whatever the time difference may be. But yeah, it's totally doable. And shout out to Allison because she's doing a great job.
yeah, well, and you're going to be so proud of her. She's going to actually she's going to let me interview her in January. We've got it out.
Amazing.
Yeah,
That's going
so
to be so much fun.
yeah. Okay, so let's talk about the time that you put into the business. And I ask this question because, we hear the smack all the time. I work an hour or two a day. And it's like, I'm on leave right now and getting ready to start a new position in January. But, I've put in probably 25 hours in my business and we're not even halfway through the week yet.
Yeah.
You want to say something about that?
Yeah, like I said, I eat, breathe, and sleep affiliate marketing. So when somebody says that it's 1 hour a day, that is very, very false. If you actually want to see the needle move in your business, you need to be able to work on it as much as you can per day, which means a minimum of 3 hours a day. And I don't only say that because like it's good for your business, but it's also just gonna like essentially gonna move the needle. Um, so when I wake up in the morning, I market research for at least 40 minutes. And even when I'm driving sometimes, like today, Jenny sent me something. I spent 25 minutes listening to the Facebook Reels training. Like you need to use your time wisely. If you're going to be doing something that's not going to benefit you, like I don't really see the point. So let's say you do have that 25 minutes, you're driving for an hour, take that time to listen to something, whether it be an audiobook, whether it be a training, whether it be just something that is going to teach you a new skill or help you enhance that skill. So yeah, when people are saying that you only have one, like need 1 hour a day, well, first of all, we know what program they're talking about, sadly. And second of all, like that's not it. You really need to work on your business each day because there's so much there's so much in this business that you can work on, and there's so many things that you can grow and learn from. So use your time wisely. Yes, I understand it's hard, and sometimes you just want to like do nothing, but trust me, in the end it's definitely going to be worth it. So that's what it is.
Yeah, definitely. And I think I found that, on the front end, it takes a little more. The more you can give on the front end, the better. And if you can set yourself up with automation, you
Yeah.
you find yourself in a place where maybe you can get it down to 2 or 3 hours a day.
Yeah, for
But
sure.
um, so paint us a picture of the vision of your life 3 to 5 years from now.
Ooh. Honestly, it sounds crazy to say because I told myself at the beginning of this that like I would stick with my job for the next 5 years easily. But I just feel like after this summer, I have something that I really want to do in mind and I'm going to do it. I feel like I'm going to have this as my full time career. I feel like I'm going to be set up financially. I'm going to be able to do things that I wanted to. Like, I love investing, I love stocks, I love all that kind of stuff. So, I'm definitely going to be doing that. And I also feel like I may become a coach. I say may just because you never know what happens or the trajectory of how things plan out for you. But that's where I feel like I see myself in 5 years, because I really do enjoy doing this. And I feel like this is an actual passion of mine that I didn't even know I knew. Like, I didn't even know I had. I just kind of discovered it. And it's crazy to think that because when I started my career, I was like, wow, like I love it, but I don't know if this is something that I want forever. And so I was like, I don't want to go back to school. I don't know what to do with my life. And now that this has kind of appeared and I actually genuinely love it, I'm like, wow, maybe this was my calling and I just never knew until now. So that's where I see myself in 3 to 5 years from now.
And why is it important for especially affiliate marketers, entrepreneurs, online business people to have goals or to have a vision or to be able to articulate where they see themselves down the road?
Because you need to do something with purpose. I always tell my students, like, why are you learning this? Because a lot of the times, we learn, like I teach them, but they don't know why I'm teaching them. And so they always say, well, because Miss, you told us this. And I'm like, yes, that's exactly why you're learning how to do X, Y, and Z, like to give you a purpose of why you need to learn it. And also just because it helps you stay on track. If you have a goal set in mind, like in the next 3 to 5 years, I'm going to leave my 9 to 5. You will do whatever it takes to leave your 9 to 5. You're going to take the time, whether it be during this or during that, to work on whatever it is your goal for the month, for the week, for the year. It gives you an idea and like a vision, like you say, that you're going to follow these steps in order to achieve that goal. So goals are important. They keep you on a straight line and they allow you to make changes, make moves in your business. So it's very important to always set yourself a new goal each week because it's one less thing that you have to do.
Is there a book or a podcast? I mean, you say you listen to things, trainings, those kinds of things. You like to read. You're probably reading for fun, though, to decompress.
Yeah.
Um, is there, if you were to point somebody to a resource that would be helpful for them, is there one that was helpful for you?
Actually, I'm in the middle of kind of figuring that out. So, like, I've read Rich Dad Poor Dad. I thought it was a great story, but I didn't feel like it hit me like most people. So I reached out to Barb and she gave me a great list of books that she recommended. So I'm currently reading B. I don't know who it's by, but it's freaking amazing. It like it gives me motivation. It makes me see the world in such a different light, and I highly recommend it. I wish I could tell you who it's from. I don't know if you know. Um,
I don't remember the name, but I
hold
remember the
on.
book. It's on my list to get to.
B book. Hold on. I
Yeah.
might see.
Yes, John, it's the word "be," just
Yeah,
like that.
it's phenomenal. And there's also a podcast that Jenny sent me that is on my phone, and I don't remember the name, but she is all types of affiliate truths, and wow, she's phenomenal. And I would love to get back to you on what her name is because I feel like everybody would benefit from listening to her podcast.
All right. Well, if
Definitely.
you think about it, just either message me through the mastermind later or through Messenger, and I can repost it and make sure
Oh,
folks know on
she
my
told
side.
me. Jenna Kutcher, the gold digger. Oh, yes, that's her. Jenna Kutcher, the gold digger. Oh my God, she's amazing.
Okay, that's the podcast.
Yes,
That's
yeah,
awesome.
that's a podcast.
All right. And John and Heloise, I will get you the author of that book as soon as I get back in front of my computer. I'm just on my phone right now.
Yeah.
All right.
There, I'll see.
So we're nearing the end of our time. So I want to ask and see if the people that are watching on either side, if y'all have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat now, and we'll try to get them answered.
Oh, that's awesome. Some people on my side are like, yeah, she's awesome. Jenna's a great podcast. Oh wow. We would definitely do it. Jess, I need to jump off the fence to the mastermind so I can get all that good training. Yes, Jess, come with us. Join the dark side. I'm just kidding. It's
No,
great.
it's the light side. Join the light side.
Reference to Darth Vader, my favorite.
Yeah.
I listen to her. Jen is amazing. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate. Comment below. We'll answer anything. Gonna listen to her.
So I've
Recommend it.
asked you a bunch of questions. Steph, what is it that you would have wanted to say that I didn't ask about? I mean, this is your free for
Hmm,
all.
interesting. Just like the hesitation. Like I find that everybody makes excuses. Like there's so many chances for you to start. There's so many times for you to like make a change in your life. But I feel like a lot of people take that one little thing that's bothering them and make it an excuse for them not to start or not to do something. This is just in life, like whether it's losing weight, moving to a new city, getting a new career, like there's always something that is stopping you from starting. And I know exactly what that feels like. I let my own like self-limiting beliefs get in front of me because I was afraid. Like I was afraid to fail. And obviously starting something from scratch is not easy. You don't want to be a failure. You don't want to show people like your weakness or whatever, but I think that's the biggest asset. Like failure is your way to success. So like if I could just make a podcast, which is one of my goals, I would talk about just like jump off the fence. Like, literally, what are you going to lose? You have so much to gain from learning these skills and starting a business for yourself, being able to provide for your family, like if you haven't been able to before. Like, there's so many reasons why, and such little reasons of why. Like, there's so many reasons why you should start as opposed to not starting. And that's a huge like topic that really like I talk about in the DMs. A lot of people are like, but I'm scared, or I don't want to fail, or I don't want to do it alone. Like there's a lot of self-limiting beliefs or things that they think are going to happen to them. But little do they know that once you have a community behind you, like, it makes things so much easier for you. And it also starts, like what you said before, your mindset. If you're constantly thinking that you can't do this or you won't do this, then that's sadly what's going to happen. But once you start saying, I can and I will, and you're manifesting it, things like actually change for you. So jump off that fence, try it, see it. If it doesn't work for you, don't like it, that's fine. At least you tried. At least you tried. That's all I can say. So, yeah, trying to be inspirational here. Not everyone has a go getter mentality. Oh, I think you froze.
Awesome. So say a little more about. Oh, you did too.
Uh
Let's
oh.
see here. Hang on. Am I back?
Yeah, you are. Oh no.
Okay.
What's going on with my Wi
So
Fi?
talk about manifesting. Uh,
I can't hear you. Oh gosh. Hold on. I think it might be my.
both cutting out. Hang on.
Can you
There we
hear me
go. Is that
now?
better? Yeah, I got
Yeah,
you.
I turned on my 3G. Yeah, perfect. Now I could hear you.
For some reason, with the storms, I guess down here we're just having internet issues.
Oh,
um,
no, no, no. That doesn't.
so, you want to say a word about manifesting and what you mean by that? Because that's maybe a weird word for some folks.
Manifesting is like believing that something is going to become true, in a sense. Like, there's this weird thing I did. So, when I was 21 years old, when I turned 21, I wrote myself a check of, and it's crazy because I can go get it for you, of $10,000. And I told myself that when I hit a certain age, I am going to make this much money. Like, and I'm going to put it towards my savings. And I manifested it. And look where I am now. Like, I truly believe that once you think about something so much and that you just bring out positive energy and you talk about it, like, I can't wait to do this or I can't wait to do that, like, the world literally manifests it for you. Not only that, you have to work hard for it. But that's pretty much what I mean by, like, when I manifest it. And so now I'm trying to tell myself that if I want to make a podcast, I'm going to manifest that belief that I will, and it's going to happen. So yeah, that's what I mean by manifesting. I don't know
No,
if it makes total sense, but
it does make total sense, and I just sometimes I want to be sure that folks understand what we're trying to say. I think it's probably time for you to go write yourself a bigger check. Uh,
I hope so. Yeah, I think so.
since you've already manifested the first one, it's probably time to start on another goal. Well, I'm not seeing any more questions over here. I'll scroll real quick and make sure I didn't miss anything.
I have
Lots of
some over here.
supportive comments from John and Heloise and Terry and folks from the family. Hey, April, it's good that you joined us. Looking through.
I have one from Yvette,
Okay.
actually.
All
She
right.
said, what do you suggest we can consider when it comes to content if we aren't getting any leads? Well, that's a great question. Honestly, you should try to switch up your content. So, what I've been doing throughout this challenge is I'm not a huge fan of trends, and most people know that. I love to talk and I love to kind of show that through my videos. But I've been trying different methods of just focusing one day on trends, focusing one day on talking videos, and focusing one day on mixing it up. And I'm actually finding that the mix up between the trends and the talking videos is getting me more engagement versus just talking videos and just trends. Because I'm finding lately, I don't know if you like agree with this, but people have short attention spans.
Yeah.
To be able to watch a video through, let's say it's even 2 minutes, is extremely difficult. It's like asking a lot from somebody. So try switching up your content. Try playing around with different sounds, seeing if voiceovers work for you. Just play around with things that you're not super familiar with. And I can also look at your content to tell you what you can, like what I could suggest for you to try, because TikTok is totally whack these days. It's not pushing out long form content as fast, and the engagement is not really all that there. So don't worry about that too. It's been all over the place for everybody. So it will come with time, but this is the best opportunity for you to play around with your strategy and how you're posting and see what works for your account best. Because sometimes it'll stay stagnant, sometimes it'll increase, and you just have to work around that. But I'll message you and I'll let you know.
Yeah, that's some great advice. I don't do, I'm not a real trendy kind of person. I'm just an average kind of guy, I don't,
Yeah,
I have no rhythm, so I don't have any great dance moves that I can, just all of a sudden break out for you, you know? Um, so most of my content has tended to be talking in some relationship in some way, shape, or form. And what I have noticed is I've had to shorten it.
yeah,
So my daily tips, I'm trying to get those, under right at 60 seconds because people will
yeah,
then watch them all the way through.
yeah. So
Which
true.
means that my 3 minute videos I now break up into three 1 minute videos and have
That's
three
smart.
different. So it seems to be helping, but
Yeah.
um, you're right. When TikTok went SEO and started wanting to push long form content, we got a lot of good traction right at first, but now that seems to be
Yeah,
gone. So I'm not real sure what.
I know. It sucks. I remember when they're like, you need to be doing long form content, so that's all I was doing, and I was getting great traction, and all of a sudden it just stopped. And I'm like,
Yeah,
what is going on here? I also have a comment here saying, how about the inspirational videos that we do a duet? I think those are great.
yeah,
I try to do one duet a day, and I feel like it brings a lot of engagement because people resonate with the information that is being spoken. But I also don't, it takes me a really long time to choose who I'm going to duet because I don't always believe in the information that's being given. So to find a great duet is difficult, but
yeah.
that's also another way of pushing out your content, and people understanding what kind of niche that you fall in. So yeah, I think that's a great idea also. What do you think about doing that? I've been trying to do the same content in different methods, talking videos and with trends. Oh yes, I heard about that. Taking one topic and kind of breaking it up into multiple pieces of content. Taking one topic and breaking it up. Yes. Actually, somebody, Lambo, I don't know if he's here, what he does is he chooses one topic, he creates the body, but he changes the hook.
Hmm.
So he posts that, like, let's say 1 week, and then a couple weeks later he posts the same thing with a different hook to see which one sticks better with his audience. Yeah, that's a great way of cutting down on your content and not having to make so many videos. So yeah, I could definitely try that out too.
Oh, that's
That's a
awesome
great.
advice.
Yeah. I think. Oh, how did you find your niche? That's a great question. Um, Honestly, I just kind of chose one. I don't suggest you do that. Don't learn from what I did. Uh, I'm passionate about like animals and traveling and all that stuff, but I also knew that the three niches that are in most demand are health, wealth, and relationships. So I'm like, don't really care about relationships, don't know much or have much to contribute. Health, I actually really do love. I'm a very sporty person and I love to take care of myself in many ways. I was like, oh, that's pretty interesting. But wealth is what I kind of came into this business for. I wanted to see more, I wanted to create more streams of income. So I felt like that was the best niche for me. And then once I did get into it and learn more, I was like, oh, yeah, like I love this. But I kind of I was a straight shooter and I was like, I'm just going to do this one. I ended up loving it. But look, if I didn't, I wouldn't be here right now. I would have chose something else. So
Yeah.
do something that you truly love and actually like want to talk about. Because as you could see, like I could talk about this all day long. Yes, Yvette. I love it. All right, I think that's all the questions on my side for now.
All right. Well, friends, we're going to, I guess, take a break before our mastermind tonight
Oh
and
yeah.
eat some dinner and all that jazz. So I want to, if this has been helpful at all and you're not following her, please follow Steph. She's textbook marketer, and she is amazing. Her content is fire. She is legit, authentic, and will help you in your endeavors wherever you're at on the journey. So I highly encourage that you follow her and let her just kind of guide you along the way. Steph, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much. You're so well spoken. Every time you have a live, I just stare at you. I'm like, wow, he knows how to word things so beautifully. And honestly, your interviews have been incredible.
Oh,
Um,
well, thank you.
it's not easy to interview somebody honestly, and you do it so well. So I'm very, very honored that you chose me. So thank you so much.
You're welcome. And again, be sure and follow both of us. If we can be of any help whatsoever, please don't hesitate to reach out and ask. Our sole primary purpose is to help others succeed.
Yeah.
So be sure and give us a shout out, and we will see you on the flip side.
Bye.
Bye.